the successful launching of Zion Psychiatric Hospital and Old People's Home Rehabilitation Center and a standard hospital na Glady. Oputa gbee ọnụ nke emepere na mgbulichi nga ebe area this year nke ahụ juru ya ọnụ. Now after the tsunami that happened at Ngobala, or maputakwa again chozie ka o wolu the accident melu na Awada Obose we shine on. Now let me tell you, the reason why I am getting involved in this is not because Namatayas Kuloku, but because these are genuine Zionites who are on their way to Ngobala. These are people these are people
again
who sees
another propaganda. Dear brethren, please, this one is going to be a very quick information that I want to pass across here. Listen, another propaganda which I am debunking now. A few people could not just rest. Matthias Ezako, is it not time for you to take note of your fallacies, things you are saying which were not true? Listen, Zionites all over the world, God is good and he has been good to all of us who believe in the wonders of the Lord. Now, another report which we are verifying the clearness of the report. However, we know that since the Crusade ending the 100 days fasting and the prayer at Zion Prayer Movement outreach began, there has never been a time incidents of accident came up. Now what we heard, 3 buses carrying Zion members down to Ngobala on the 10th of October got involved in an accident, and this accident happened at Awada Obose. Okay, I think most of you will know this place, and it happened that we have someone who is familiar around that area. So this person most likely is an inhabitant there who has said nothing of such, and the accident that these people were pointing at could be something else. However, some Zionites who have felt for such a thing have volunteered to go and see the victims of the accident. So the man in the video here has followed up the case, and he has said that Matthias Ezako claimed to have heard from one Zion member seeking 1.5 million to take care of his medical bill and that and that. But come on, Zion Prayer Movement Outreach is organization that we know it could not just let go a member in such a situation. The spiritual director, Evangelist Chukwuebuka Anozie Obi, so benevolent as everybody knows, is capable of sorting bills. If someone is capable of taking care of the medical bills of the pregnant women at Seraphic Hospital, the lunatics at Agoreri Psychiatric Hospital, the orphans at Seraphic Orphanage Home, what is there that he could not just take care of? And each member has got an admin where they are worshiping together under Zion Ministry canopy. So the man in the video here has argued that Matthias Ezako came up with another propaganda. And I haven't heard of any accident that happened at the time people were moving down to Ngobala, and after the program, returning back. I haven't heard. So I would like everybody to disregard this information as untrue. I saw a video where Matthias Ezako invited, I don't know, one claimed to be a reverend father and the other one a reverend sister to his Omena Labuse Ezioku church. That will be a video for another day. When would someone stop this whole lies? I mean, you said that some men of God are doing RNG, and We are seeing a lot of that in your own environment. In fact, when I expose the clip of the acclaimed Reverend Father and Sister, because I know they are just force on truth, you will understand the kind of person this man, Matthias, is. Now you condemn Jesus Christ, you don't believe in him anymore, and you are giving him all sorts of names. God is so merciful. That's why you are still briefing today. He's so merciful, still giving you another time, a second time, to have a rethink of things you are saying, and they come back to your senses. Say apology to your maker. However, you insisted that you will not do that. No problem about this. But one thing I want all of you who are listening to me to understand is Jesus Christ is still at work today. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And not believing in many of the things that we are using at churches. Microphone, for instance, the cars that convey people to their destinations, and all the electronics built by white men. And you claim that people have this brain to do all this. And why are we now believing in Jesus Christ? Okay, let's assume that Jesus Christ was a white man. Let's assume that he was a white man. Matthias, you made reference of the white people building all sorts of technologies, helping life. Why can't we? But you are using those electronics. You are using those technologies. The car is from white man land. Many things, the book you are reading, and also the microphone you are using at your Omenalabuzezuku church, you didn't build it. It's a white man that built it. And you are rejecting Jesus Christ, but you are using resources from his home. Resources that he gave people the brain to build. I don't know if I am being logical here. If some people are getting the information I'm passing across. Well, it will be a discussion for another time. But what I am saying now is, I am debunking the Awada Fata accident. The Awada Fata accident propaganda, which Matthias says I could claim affected Zion members who were traveling to Ngobala on the said Crusade date. When you receive this information, share it. I know that some people have been thinking over this. Some people, this have become another burden on them. They became too worried about this. We haven't seen no post so far. So glory be to God. And if any of such things happen, I know that God will never let his people just go down that way. Accident does happen, by the way, to say. So let us continue to pray that the wishes of the enemy will never befall on you, on Zionites all over the world. Share this information and remain blessed.